Hey there, Internet, and today I'm going to start my playthrough series for Splatoon Raiders for this channel. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, yeah. So, it is worth mentioning that I have played through a little bit of this game. I'm not sure how much because I haven't beaten the game, but that's on another account. All that to say that if I have any good insights, I'll be sure to include them. So that if this is your first time playing, you get some nice insights. So we're going to start with Raider difficulty. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it is still difficult. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah. Just excited to get back in. Nintendo presents. Okay, so Deep Cut just crashed. Bad for them, I guess. Good for us, because we get a whole game based off of it. They think I'm dead. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Cue the best shot in the whole game. Love that. And that music, oh, it's eerie. Splatoon Raiders. Sorry, I'm just gonna narrate some of that stuff like I'm actually a narrator. But 1 month later, we're on a ship, a hideout ship. Who knows? That's me. Yep. Um, been working all night. Working harder, hardly working. Oh, that music. Hopefully you can hear it, but I just oh, I love it. If you have Nintendo Online and the Nintendo Music app, I highly recommend you go listening to it because oh, it's amazing. No, we'll go with on my other accounts I did. Screw it, why not? We'll be orange. Even though my eyes are in no shape or form orange. But easily top 10 of the most handsome Inklings ever is me right there, of course. Who doesn't love Big Man? He's just got such a charm. So I am going to be kind of clicking through fast. I'm sorry. You can try and pause to get specific like sentences out, but they do a lot of fluff talking in here, in my opinion. So just to keep things timely, I'm gonna try and skip through all the non-important stuff just a little quicker. respect everyone's time. Though I'm not sure, not too sure how important it is to know about some of this stuff. I mean, I have a general idea of the whole story. Like I said, I've played a little bit on another account, and I've gotten to a certain boss, which I won't disclose until we get there, for spoilers. But yeah, this game has an interesting premise. Oh, gotta hold steady. Okay. Yeah, I'm not new to Splatoon. I've played over 100 hours in 3, and I'd say I'm probably somewhere between above average and not that great. I don't know if that makes much sense. Like to the pros, yeah, I'm probably like, you know, I'm not necessarily easy fast food, but like I'll destroy beginners, but to pros I'll be easy. So yeah, I'm intermediate, I'd say. Take that for what you will. Please don't fry me in the comments for my poor gameplay. I'm not a professional. I don't do this every day. Ah, yes, the salmonids. Looking for a fight as always. Gonna have to splat them. Never stood a chance. Poor things. Do they know they're dealing with the #1 salmon fryer in all of the Splatlands? So there's some optional content there. I'm gonna skip it because it's kind of mostly just like extra spiralite shards and maybe a sunken scroll. Nothing I really need to focus on for this playthrough. Just trying to give potential viewers a look at the game and some. Okay, my mic's working now. Okay, so it might do that a few times throughout this playthrough. I'll just pause every time and fix it before moving on. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. Ooh, it's a splatter shot. Oh, no, it's a blast. Yeah, oh, it is a splatter shot. Ink that turf. So I don't know if you watched my Splatoon Raiders pre-release video, but I did talk about how surfing on the water just felt like such a change. Such a welcome change. It was like the moments where I knew this would be a different Splatoon game. Because it defied, you know, like, you can't go in water in Splatoon, so it just felt like an empowering moment. Yes, the bot, which, I like to use Big Man the most. I don't think that Shiver Fry are very worth it. I think that the Manta Dance is just so much stronger. Which is, part of their showstopper, which is something we'll see shortly. Ah, the music though. The music is so good. Highly recommend listening to it just for entertainment. Alright. So we're gonna hop into our second level of Errp Island, which I believe will probably be the entirety of today's episode, Errp Island. I'll just finish this island, and then in the next episode we'll do the next island, and probably so on and so forth. So yeah, about 2 or 3 more levels in me for this episode. Oh, that was Lalo Island. Okay, so here we go. We got Errp Island. What secrets are in store for us? I totally don't know because I totally haven't played through this like 3 times. This is like my 3rd attempt trying to make this recording. The first time I just played through it without recording, just for fun, on my main profile. Second time I recorded, but my mic was having issues and it didn't really capture any of it. So I kind of just had no commentary, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people do no commentary playthroughs, but you know, I mean, what's the point watching this compared to theirs? They probably have 4K, so yeah, I gotta distinguish myself somehow. So I'm doing it again, a 3rd time, actually a 4th, for yeah, for audio, pretty much. That is my voice. Aye, aye. I love Big Man. So here we are introduced to one of the types of stages in this game. There's a few different types. This is actually my favorite. It's kind of like... These kind of levels are the most open-ended. They're exploratory levels where you defeat hordes of salmonids around these giant beams of lights, which I will show you in a second once I get over there. This is just a little tutorial section. Later ones don't necessarily have them. It'll kind of just be like, go straight to the beacons and the level will start. But this is kind of just a little bit to introduce you to the jumping mechanic, which is interesting in this game, I will say. I'm gonna skip that, sorry. It is interesting. It adds a bit of verticality to the game, and I think for combat, it really helps. I love it. Alright. So, are they gonna throw more salmons at me? Okay, no, that was just the tutorial bit. So now I think we get our first taste of what the rest of the game is going to be like, and that is that there are these crystals that you need to drill into, but you can't do that until you defeat all the salmonids around them. We're going to get a chance to show off our showstopper, which is what I was talking about, the Manta Dance. And all you have to do is press R and L and R to fire the mantas. I think it's overpowered. Best one in the game, in my opinion. I just took them all down easily. So yeah, because I think Shiver has like a Megalodon rush. I think Fry just swarms with eels. You might get to ride an eel. So I think Big Man probably has the best showstopper, but it's totally up to your preference. No wrong answers. Alright, surfing. If you've played other games, I think the feeling of surfing in here is kind of comparable to surfing on Plessy in Super Mario 3D World. Kind of a weird comparison, but nonetheless, I think it's fitting. So, I didn't talk about this earlier, but I want to save... don't kill him. My favorite new salmonid in this game is this really big one right here. I'm going to try to circle... oh shoot. Zero them out. Maybe just one of them. So that is Salty Tongue, the big one that's burping at me. And they're just so adorable, aren't they? they waddle around like a little fat salmonid, and they like nibble narf you. They it's so cute. I'm probably weird for that, but I can't help it. No, Nintendo knew what they were doing. Did he just... Oh. Oh, I could admire him all day. Big man, why'd you kill him? So yeah, we destroyed all the salmonids, and now we drill into the hole. The crystal. Get the treasure! So that's kind of like part of the game and structure. It might seem confusing because there are different like types of levels. If you've seen any of like other content for Splatoon Raiders, you might realize remember the mode where it's like you dig, you do waves, and then you dig deeper every time you beat a wave and get enough egg. I think they're called egg power. Oh, power eggs. Sorry, I'm forgetting. I'm actually impressed that the audio is sticking through. I find that it helps if I step further back from the mic. If I'm so up close, I have a chance of like blowing it out, which I think is actually something you can do. I'm not too... We can make it. Fear not, the eel and the shark are here. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. See, I'm yapping too much. I'll try to conserve my yapping. Master Mega. They're such a likable trio. What's not to like about him? No, I have not seen Deep Cut before. I have no clue who they are. Well, I have, but the mechanic sure hasn't. Oh, Deep Cut. Bit of a humbling moment. Hey, by the way, in the comments, if you have a favorite member of Deep Cut, you should leave it in the comments. Have a cool discussion about that. Mine is Big Man, if you can't tell already. Alright, it's time to open up some treasure. So here we're introduced to the 3 tanks of the game. Speed, power, and tactical. Now they have different gadgets you can equip for each. I like to lean more towards power. I tried speed. I haven't really delved much into tactical. But they're neat. Like, there's the Splashette with the power. Blast Boot. Pretty great. Although, I don't like it as much. Shot Pot's kind of like just a turret. Oh no, I want power. I want power for the purposes of this mushroom. Efficiency is key. Oh yeah, we're looking stylish. So there's a little bit of a training area here, and you can expand it throughout the game. You're not stuck to just this tiny area, which is nice. Alright, do I have... Okay, no, I don't have other outfits yet. I do not like blasters. I'm just not a blaster guy. Alright, so that was the first stage in Errp Island. Going on to stage 2. One thing I will say about this game is the amount of new salmonids is really cool. I mean, I know it's like a whole game based off of them, but like still, I just love it. There's so many. I won't spoil any for, you know, the rest of the playthrough, but just know we got lots more. And here's where we're introduced to some of the platforming mechanics of this game, which I love, honestly. Didn't think I would. Oh, that music. I'm gonna have to shut up so you can listen to it. Just channel my inner amazing Splatoon player right here. Oh, I have a gadget now. See, so easy to forget. Nice, we leveled up. These guys are interesting. Oh, they're one of the new salmonids. I should probably mention that. And they're called, I think they're called the Salvinators. Basically what they do is they spit balls of like ink mist at you, and there's a center. It kind of is like a little tornado. If you shoot that, it gives you, because like normally it'll hurt you, but if you shoot it, it gives you your own little airlift, which is awesome. And it really helps for when you get swarmed on the floor. That's the thing you should know about this game, is that whenever you get swarmed on the ground, you should always try and get up. That's my takeaway. Super cool little parkour segment. I would love a Splatoon parkour side mode. I think you can hold it for maximum efficiency. Or not efficiency, but like power. I'm not sure if it really does more, but I like to think it does. Drill, big man, drill. Sweet, nice loot. It's also worth noting that, well, I'm not sure if you can in this level exactly, because this is... It's pretty great. I love how you can, a part about these types of levels is that the crystals can regenerate in a more open format. Now this is still kind of like tutorial, but later on you'll see the crystals can regenerate, and you can just keep on looting as long as you please. Alright, final crystal of this level. Get that Salvinator out. Ooh. Oh, that was misplaced. Right now I'm just kind of like spamming, but I swear I'll get better when I have more diverse weapons. It'll be more interesting. I don't need to do this, but why not? Can you... You can activate it, but you can't actually jump. Interesting. Alright. So that's going to be it for this level. Nice, we got a first level up. And that's something you'll do a lot. But every time you do level up, you get a skill point, which are very nice. Ooh, nice. Some lore is always appreciated. Yes, Spiralight. I love the Megalodon just jumping up in the background. Gadget parts. These are pretty useful. They give you, especially like a great example is the Splatchet because you can tinker with it and it'll change actually the way you use it. Like, okay, well, once I get out of this. So you can only equip a certain number. Each of them have like a number value, and you can only equip, like in my case, up to 10 without upgrading. But you can change, like, this is a vertical slash, so instead of like how you saw I slashed horizontally, it'll go vertically, and you can do more damage that way because it's more focused, which is nice. Always cool to have some options. Do I have outfits yet? I do. Wait, no, I don't. Huh. Interesting. So let's see. All right. I guess we'll just go right back into it for the final level of Errp Island. I think that's how you pronounce it. This music is just a bop. Adios, big man. I love how we just chuck him. It's gotta be nauseating. Alright. So my headcanon is that this is an previously human established area. That's my headcanon. It explains the pipes, it explains the silverware. I mean, it's a little dystopian, I will admit. Oh, and here's another type of level that we're getting introduced to, is the ones where you get subfloors and you defeat hordes of enemies to progress downwards. It's another big type of level here. You progress by collecting enough power eggs. It's honestly kind of the hardest part. It's like the hardest type of level, for me at least, if you're not prepared. Actually, I will say there's like a subset of these kinds of levels that are just so much brutaler. They're like, but they're only like one floor deep, and they're very specific. Like, you'll have only certain types of small chum, but they'll horde at you like hundreds at once. It's crazy. There's specialized types of these. This is more like a generic one, where they just have all sorts of enemies, but yeah, you can really get messed up if you're not careful. Oh, I love the salty tongue. So adorable. Oh no. Pull it together. Oh, but these guys gotta go. If you've ever played Side Order, you know how much of a hassle those guys are. Thick cut salty tongue. Awesome. I love salty tongue. I'm gonna keep yapping about salty tongue, aren't I? Except this guy gets vocals. That's super cool. I'm not particularly worried about running out of time. So that's why I'm kind of like taking care of everything around this guy. Oh, I hate the small fries. They're so annoying. I guess hate's a strong word. I dislike the small fries. I'm gonna swipe them. And I will refrain from using the showstopper because it's probably less fun to watch. But, yeah, you totally could, and it would destroy this guy. Completely. Another thing is, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of the salmon like to attack your sidekick in the bot. So, kind of makes it a little easier. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love that part of it. Because, like, obviously, he's the big threat, but he's not even shooting at me half the time. He's aiming at Big Man. So, yeah. If you play on higher difficulty levels, like Survivalist, I mean, you're not really gonna... You're not gonna not appreciate the diversion. Like, it's gonna be helpful, but yeah. So we cleared the fog, and we're moving on to the next islands. Well, in another episode, but we're unlocking it. Nice treasure. Always great to have treasure. If you're wondering why we're out here digging for treasure in the first place, it's because Deep Cut is trying to get Splatville out of debt. I know that's crazy. I was like, wow. It's such a, well, not frugal, but like it's so blunt. It's like they're just trying to do community service for the better of Splatsville, which I think is great. More celebrities should do that. Although I will say they're like really leaning on a mechanics help for all of this. It's like, how much work you really doing? But no, they're good. They're good company. Especially Big Man, which I've said a few times now, but can always say it again. Alright. Yep. After we get all the loot there is. After we poach every single salmonid in the Spiralite Islands. Eradicate their races. Ugh. We're gonna go down in history as the most barbaric people to ever set foot on the Spiralite Islands in ancient salmonid lore. So real quick, just before I end the episode for today, I'm gonna talk about some of the hideout ship features. Firstly, you can advance your ship in this section. And I love the music, oh my goodness. So yeah, you can see here you can use skill points. Oh, well, not yet, sorry. But if you get the tank upgrading, it's just another area of the ship that you can craft a workbench at. And you can use it to use your skill points to upgrade your personal tanks. And just kind of your character. Which is very nice. And it really helps fill out the ship too. So like you can see, well, is that right here? Okay, I guess I misled you there. There are different areas of the ship you can build, but like I guess this is just like a dual bench for tank upgrading too. Silly me. Sorry. I totally knew that too, which is just extra embarrassing. But yeah, I'll show you real quick. You can use your skill points to upgrade your character. So for HP, maybe your weapon damage, and you can even upgrade your bot. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, you can't. You can upgrade your gadget, is what I meant to say. And you can get more slots for your gadgets, so you can get more powers. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for weapon damage. Just because the splatter shot isn't really keeping up very well. Buy different facilities. And later on, I might as well just say it now. Over here, you can buy a weapon stand to upgrade the power of individual weapons, which is very neat. What was up here? I forget. Oh yes, this is where your kind of like library is. All your information, um, stuff like that. Salmonid research. Oh yes, salty tongue. A large salmonid that sticks out its tongue as it moves. It flaps its fins wildly as it approaches its target and then stretches out its neck and bites. Battle tips. It has a lot of health, so dodge its bites and press the attack. Its bite attack does a lot of damage, so watch out for it. And it bites immediately after extending its neck, so pay attention to its movements and then dodge left or right. So that's cool. You can unlock different tips and fun facts, which is awesome. I love that. They did that in side order, and I really did appreciate it. Wish they did more with it, so there you go. Be sure to grind those salmonids, just not the salty ones, because you gotta let them live. Let you can't poach the salty tongues. It's gonna make me sad. Kidding. They are adorable though. Okay, that's it. I will not talk about salty tongue anymore. But yeah, there was one final thing. Right here, you can connect to the internet if you have friends. Wish I did. No, I do have friends. I do. Just gotta put myself out there more. Okay, so you can, make an online. That's not gonna be mine, but just for an example, like you can set a nickname, and then for local play, you can set a code, and up to 4 friends all together, you and 3 others. You can go out and explore. It's locked behind story progression, but you can, there is, you can unlock more online features, like, just, the SOS feature. Like, you can, at any point, you can ask for help, but the farther you progress in the story, you can actually help others. Like, just, you can choose to help others. Yeah, so just know that you can eventually choose to join in other people's raids. And I think that covers all of and I think that covers about everything I want to talk about today. And that is the first episode of my Splatoon Raiders playthrough for my channel. So if you liked it, leave a comment, maybe subscribe, but have a great day nonetheless. Ciao.